if you can see. And then also in this case also head becomes a parent, and then title becomes a child of head, right? So it gives that hierarchy where we see child tag, parent tag, sibling tag, grandchild, and what have you. So over here, if this is a parent tag, this would be a grandchild, a grandparent, right? So you have a parent, you have a grandparent. So for this title, this is the parent tag, this is the grandparent. It's just like your mom, your mom's mom, or your mom, your dad's mom. You see, so you call them your grandparents. That is how the HTML tag here is going to be for this title tag. So this is the parent, this is the grandparent, and then we close it up. And then the body also serves as a parent, and it's also a child to the HTML, which is a parent. So this body tag serves as a parent to this h1, right? So the h1 is a child to the body, so I'll have to indent it, give it a little space to show that yes, it's inside it. So as you can see, this is the body tag. It starts here, VS Code gives us the line and shows us that this is the end of the tag. So whatever is inside this is a child, or they are children of this tag, this parent tag. So h1 is a child of this parent tag, which is the body, the BL, and whatever tag that you write here are all children of the body. So that is why we do indentation, in order for our code to be able to be read easier. Okay, if I had written everything on a straight line, like right on the beginning side here, it will look some way, you wouldn't be able to read it clearly. That is why indentation was brought up, so that we can write our code. It will work awesome if I had done it without any indentation, but it wouldn't make your code readable. Okay, and it's not good practice also. So as a good developer, as a web developer, you will have to practice indentation in order to make your code readable for other programmers and whatever thing you intend to do. And so now that I've pointed out indentation and also the parent tag, the grandchildren, and whatever, I would like to show you guys comments, because I would like to give comments for where we've reached. Okay, so comments are something like their text, or they are anything that is ignored by the browser, right? So if your browser is trying to process your code, and it runs into a comment, it just ignores that line and then continue. Okay, so a comment can be written like this, with a less than sign, and then an exclamation, and then 2 hyphens. Okay, so what VS Code has done is it has given me this is what I typed out. I typed out the opening tag for a comment, if you would say. So this is gonna be the opening tag of a comment, and this is the ending tag. So what it means is that anything that I write inside here becomes a comment. So inside here is a comment. So inside here is a comment. How many M's are there? Come on. Yeah, so inside here is a comment. So I can write certain notes. I can write notes here that will show that, oh yeah, I'm trying to do something below this, or I'm trying to give certain commands. I can rather understand my code more. Probably if I write a very robust line of code, and then after a few years or months I come back and then I have forgotten what this part of the code does, I can then read the comment that I wrote next to it, and I'll say, oh yeah, this does this, this does this. So that is one use of the comment. It helps us read our code after a few years or months. So inside the comments, I would like to label certain things in our code right now. Right now we have a lot of things showing up here, and I want to just get rid of them because we've seen them already. So let me just get rid of all of these, yeah, and all of these, and I'll leave the getting started with HTML because that is what we are doing, and then we'll continue with comments. And so comments, so let me give a comment right here. Let me give a comment. Let me cut it and paste it here, and I can see inside this comment that the main section, right? All right, so whatever this tells me, that whatever I'm gonna type here, whatever code, whatever tag that I put in here is gonna be shown on the main section. So when the browser is trying to process my code, it gets here and then it just ignores it. Okay, so when I open the browser, because we are using VS Code, because we are using live server, everything should work fine. Why is it not working? Let me refresh it. Why is this thing not working now? Wow. But I'm gonna close this and open it again with live server, and then because I should see getting started with HTML, right? I hope you also saw why I was really worried back there, because this should be displayed, right? It should be displayed, but it wasn't working. So I just had to open it with live server again, and then yeah, it is now working. So as you can see, you realize that the comment was not displayed alongside this. It was just ignored by the browser. Hope you get it now. So the comment just helps you, the programmer, okay, to read your code very well, right? So that is the comment. So I want to point out something, that you shouldn't overuse comments, right? So some people will think that, oh, for every line of code that I write, I want to write a comment so that anytime I come back, I'll know what this line does. Well, that is not recommended. Your code, though it wouldn't spoil anything, but it will make your code look so robust and so how do I say it? It will just not look nice and presentable and neat. Okay, and so just reduce the comments. Just reduce the comments that you want to use on your page, and then everything will be okay. And so this is a comment as I've shown you. So I want to test something right now. We know this is the opening tag of your comment, if you would say, and this is the closing tag, right? So what happens if I clear this part? What will happen? So when I clear this part, what happened is that you could see that this part has been grayed out, right, by VS Code, because it's telling us that this is an opening tag, if you would say in quotes, of a comment. And then I started writing my comment, so I've literally not closed the comment, so it doesn't know where the comments end. So what I'm doing now is anything that comes after is then a comment. You get me? So anytime you open a comment, make sure to close it with 2 hyphens and then a greater than sign, right? And then everything gets back to normal. But VS Code is so cool that when you just open a new comment with an exclamation and then it closes it for you, as you can see, so that you can then type in your comment, right? So I just wanted to point that out. So getting that out of the way, we would like to move on to something that I wanted to show you, which is UL, that is list, right? Writing a list